Welcome to Prunership Diaries. Today we have with us Mr. Priyaram Bindiganavile, who is the founder and chief market strategist of SRIMANTHA. He's been a successful trader with a rich experience of 10 years and a trainer in the areas of technical analysis, trading psychology, personal motivation, and risk management. Apart from that, he's also a software consultant and he's also the founder of Green Heart NGO. He was a national level basketball player and is an ardent traveler, an adventure sports, and a wildlife enthusiast. He's currently living in Bangalore with his family. And I'm so elated to have him here today to share his entrepreneurial journey and also to spread the awareness and the importance of being financially independent with you all. So thank you, Ram, for agreeing to be on my show. It is such an honor to have you on my podcast. Welcome again.
Thank you, Shweta, for giving me this opportunity to be part of your show. Thanks a lot, and you're doing a great job, covering entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, and it's my pleasure to have you today.
Pleasure is mine.
All right. So let's get started then. So Ram, you have had a corporate experience for about more than 15 years now. So I want to know, like, when and what triggered you to make the shift from being a software engineer to a full-time stock trader, and the very intriguing question here is why trading?
Yeah, I was a trader when I was a software engineer too.
Mm-hmm.
I was, doing good in my career as a software engineer.
Okay.
At the same time, when I was, it was, almost like 12 years back when I actually tried my trading, and I lost big in the beginning.
Right.
And then I paid huge amount of fees to multiple trainers to learn, and I was not getting the knowledge as well. But somehow, by hook or crook, or walking the hard path, I learned trading, and I was doing trading when I was a software engineer.
Right.
Then one point of time I realized that I should spread this knowledge to my friends, at least my family.
Yes.
I was not looking out as a trainer, but I wanted to kind of my friends to be enabled the way I was,
Right.
and my family to be enabled.
Yeah.
Right, that's when I started teaching, and teaching motivated me to be a full-time trader. That I mean, I want to be a teacher. That's motivated me to be a full-time trader.
Right.
And I found the advantages of being a trader, right? I mean, I could be a software engineer and a trader. I can be anywhere in the world and trade, any point
Yes.
of my age. My kids could trade, anybody can trade, right? So there are multiple advantages. And trading is the most, the best business, I can say. It's a business, right? You'll have losses and profits in
Exactly.
trading.
Mm-hmm.
So trading is the best. Your losses are always controlled,
Yeah.
your profits can be unlimited,
Mm-hmm.
and you can start with any budget. There's no hard and fast rule that you have to have start with this much money, or you
Right.
lose this. I mean, it's the most safest and the best business you can see. So this triggered me to be a trader. And yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. That's wonderful to know. You just mentioned that you had learned the art of trading from people across the world, and you also spent some considerable amount of time, effort, and money. So what were the challenges that you faced on this journey? Could you please elaborate on this?
Yeah. See, as I said initially, I was completely new to this this market now as a trader, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I could find empty number of trainers, and when I go and train from them, I could not implement anything in the market, and now I can't make money. They were just trainers.
Mm-hmm.
Then one point of time I realized that there are trainers and traders,
Okay.
right? Traders don't come and teach you, because traders are making money in the market. They don't want to
Right.
kind of spend time and energy to come and train people.
Right.
At the same time, there are trainers who know theory and they come and train without any experience, right? I mean,
Ah.
trading is more of psychology, and it's more of experience than anything else. But trainers are trainers, they don't have a trading experience, right?
Right.
But in spite of that, I paid huge amount of money. Even if you want to have a not very qualitative training schedule, but you still, I paid, for a day I paid 3 lakh rupee a day's course,
Yeah.
right? I went to kind of Singapore, Malaysia, London, New York. I've learned from one of the top traders in the world. I've got considerable amount of knowledge from them, but at the same time paid a huge price. When you're paying less money, you will get non-quality stuff. So
Yes.
that instigated me. Yeah, these were the challenges which I faced as a when I wanted to learn. Then
Okay.
finally I realized it's my experience which taught me everything to be a successful trader.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to ask a follow-up question there. You had started trading and you were learning, the nitty-gritties of trading from, from people across. Uh, but then when did you actually, figure out that you also want to teach this? Because I know you said that you were trading, like, like learning the ropes of trading. But then how did you shift, or did it happen like simultaneously? How did that happen?
Yeah, see, I was always into, social. So, I mean, I always had this, I wanted to work for a cause, right? I mean,
Yes.
right from my college days or school days, we used to kind of, plant trees. I remember when I was in my fifth standard as well,
Right.
we used to go and plant trees, randomly,
Okay.
and yeah, and later on we started this NGO when I was in college. We had friends, we used to put our own money,
Right.
and we used to do a lot of environmental stuff, helping people,
Mm-hmm.
those kind of things. Once I started trading, I saw the advantage of trading. People today,
Yes.
just to earn 10,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees, I see engineers, diploma holders, degree holders, they struggle so much to even earn 10K, 10,000 or 15,000, which is so easy to earn in the market,
Yes.
with a less investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I started training, my mother is a trader, my father is a trader, my wife, my in-laws, everybody are traders. So I made everybody traders now. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, and they are so elated. My parents are retired, my in-laws are retired.
Right.
They were like somehow very busy people in their career, but now they've become very free, and that somehow kind of puts them down, right? I mean, now
Yes.
because I taught them trading, they got a purpose now. They are
Right.
also elated, they're so happy. Now I thought, when I can do this, I can do to multiple, many people, right? I can
Yeah.
change many people's lives. So
Right.
if you look at my website, Srimantha.in,
Mm-hmm.
the main purpose is, I want to teach quality education in a affordable price.
Right.
So I used to kind of charge some fees which is comparatively very less.
Right.
Now because of COVID, I've started doing free courses,
Mm-hmm.
which can kind of bring a novice to, again, they can start from the day,
Right.
the next day itself after the training. So I got, that I've changed many lives, I mean, in my journey. So
Right.
that keep motivating me to kind of train more people.
I mean, that's wonderful, and it's so inspiring to see and understand that, of course, trading is there, of course, a career in that, but then putting your time and effort to actually teach it to people so that they themselves can become independent. I think that's just some wonderful and commendable job that you're doing. So that's really wonderful. Great.
Yeah,
Um.
I mean, more than stock market trading, the financial intelligence quotient. If anybody would have attended my the first Zero to Hero program,
Mm-hmm.
the almost 40% of the time I teach financial intelligence to them. I teach them
Yes.
about money. This
Yes.
is something which everybody lacks. That knowledge, right? 40% of the time I teach them that.
Right.
Then I kind of go into the stock market aspects of the things.
Yes. Well, since you talked about that session, I just wanted to tell the listeners that I have been a part of Ram's course, the very initial course, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I'd not learned these aspects probably sometime in probably school, college, nowhere. But the way Ram taught us about the basic, the fundamentals of the financial education and why you should be you have to be financially sound, like pertaining to why and where you investing. I think that was really put across by Ram, and yeah, so I'm so happy that I could attend the session, and I'm sure the listeners out there who are wondering or who are figuring out what is stock trading all about. I think today we're going to bust a whole lot of myths, and also probably clarify as to what this this stream is all about. So my next question is pertaining to myths. So I do have certain myths that we all, as people, look towards. To as stock trading, so I want you to buzz them. So I will be talking about each of the myths, probably I one by one, so we'll take it one at a
Sure.
time. So the first myth is stock trading is gambling. Hence, I do not want to get into it. So this is myth one. So how what do you want to say about this?
See. what has happened here is, in I mean, they're partly right as well, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
95% or 96% of the traders, they are losers. They lose money,
Right.
and only the thought 3 or 5% of the traders, they make money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you go to the very premise of the what I told about trainers, most of the trainers are not traders. They just come and teach, and some of the traders probably would have learned from them, or
Right.
they go and see the news and probably trade. News is the last thing what is the last bit of information which comes to a trader. It's very late.
Right.
Everything which has to happen has already happened, or
Mm-hmm.
they probably would take tips, or they probably would be trading very unscientifically, without any knowledge, with some gut feeling or anything of that sort, right?
Right.
So that definitely will make you lose. If you understand trading in a scientific manner, in a very systematic manner,
Mm-hmm.
you will understand that there are losses and profits both. So when you lose very less, in a way, by applying certain methodologies. When you win, win big
Yes.
by applying some certain methodologies, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
understand this much and learn in a proper way, trading is a very successful business. Okay, the probability itself will tell you that trading is successful. There are scientific way we can calculate the probability of winning, probability of losing. It itself tell you that trading is a profitable business, but has to be done in a proper way.
Yeah.
So that's a myth.
All right. So it has to be done, if it is done in a very systematic way, then of course it's not related to gambling at all. But if it's done in a very systematic way and you go by the process and the protocols, then of course it's a very neat way of doing. Getting money or making
Absolutely.
money.
Absolutely. I mean, stock market is such a luring place, right? I mean, if you have 10,000 rupees, probably you can make 10 lakh rupee in a day.
Right.
There are possibilities,
Right.
but if your intention is that, you'll probably do lose 10,000 rupees every day,
Mm,
right? I mean, for trying to win one day a 10 lakh rupee, probably which probably can happen after one year.
right.
But can you lose 10,000 rupees every day is the question. So it is gambling for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can win big,
Right.
but do you want to lose your investment is the question.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're getting to myth two. That is, I need to be an expert or have advanced financial acumen to get into stock trading. So, what do you have to say to this?
Yeah, see, stock market, it's an ocean of knowledge, right? I mean, if you want to kind of learn, I still learn, even after like 10 years of experience, market dynamics keep changing, and I keep
Mhm.
learning. Everybody have to learn. That's the truth of life also, right? I mean, we keep learning. That's how stock market also is.
Yes.
But to start off, anybody can come, anybody can, open a Facebook or a WhatsApp on your computer or in a mobile, can trade. It's that easy. It doesn't require, high level of acumen and, knowledge about stock trading. Anybody can trade.
All right. Beautiful. I think we will get into the details of this probably much later. So, going to myth three, I invest in mutual funds and insurances or something like LIC. So, I don't have to invest in stocks.
Okay. See, that's the reason. This is the very reason I kind of take almost half of my time, or 40% of my training time in my basic course, teaching people about financial intelligence. They should understand about inflation. They should understand, like, what is your growth of, they should understand what is money and currency,
Hmm.
how fast currency is depreciating in value, right?
Hmm.
Those kind of knowledge, if you have, you'll understand, like, whether are you becoming rich or poor by investing in instruments like fixed deposit, RD, and, in LICs and other things. People don't understand what is a ULIP, and they invest, and they come and complain that, oh, my investment is lost,
Hmm.
right? So you should have that basic financial intelligence so that you can decide, like, what you can invest. Stock market is such an instrument wherein you can race ahead of the inflation or the depreciation of currency. That's when you can become rich, right?
Right.
There are very few instruments in today's financial world wherein you can race ahead of inflation, and
Hmm.
that's the only way you can become rich,
Hmm.
right? So that knowledge you should have, and then you'll start appreciating stock market for sure.
Yes, yes, beautiful. And I can vouch for that because I think after I attended Ram's session, I think I had a clear picture of what is what. So, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, so coming to the last myth, which is I'm just a teenager or an unemployed person or a homemaker or a retired person. Stock trading is not for me.
Okay, that's definitely a myth, for sure.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you some instances, if I can,
Yes, please.
right? I mean, Yeah, so I mean, legally you can trade only after you're 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's there. Okay, I mean, you
Okay.
can probably trade with your probably parents' account or somebody's account. You can trade,
Mm-hmm.
learn, and probably trade.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but after 18 years, you can definitely trade. Anybody can trade for sure. Housewives, retired people. I mean, if you can invest more time, you can make more money, right? I mean, that's
Right.
yeah. Most of my students are housewives or retired
Ah,
professionals. I mean, retired people, right? I mean,
yes.
and unemployed. The main reason I started doing free courses is for the people who lost job because of COVID, right? And many people have benefited. Many I keep getting messages saying that their lives have changed. Now they've got a hope in life. Retired people who don't get pension,
Mm-hmm.
they were like completely depend on their children, right? Now that's changed. People are earning. One of my student have she was really struggling with a job in her I don't want to name this establishment, but she was really struggling there.
Right.
Now she's earning more money than what she was to earn in her establishment. There
Wow.
was a guy who, yeah, I just got a message yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There's a person who lost his job because of COVID, and now he messaged me that thankfully, messaging, he said that he's earning more money than what he was earning in his the previous job. So anybody can trade, and that person, he does not know how to speak English.
Right.
Just to kind of let people get confidence.
Yes.
That person does not know how to speak English. He just used Facebook. That's the only computer knowledge he had,
Mm-hmm.
and he's successfully trading. So anybody can trade for sure. That's a myth again.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So let me get to the question. I mean, a follow up question to this. Since you said that anyone can trade, so what are the requirements for being a trader? And can one make this as a career? I think you did answer this a bit, but I just want you to elaborate more on this.
Yeah, sure. So, a basic, internet connection on your mobile phone or a computer would really help. A computer
Hmm.
would really help if you have a computer. Any, you don't have to have an advanced, a basic 10,000 second-hand computer would do,
Right.
or a mobile phone with internet would do.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's the only requirement. Knowledge-wise, you should know how to open a browser.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
the remaining things can be taught. Remaining things can be
Yeah.
taught very easily, and anybody can trade. That's the only requirement.
Wow. So it's
Yeah,
just the internet connection and probably a desktop or a laptop, whichever, a second-hand one, or
yeah,
simply a mobile phone. I think
yeah,
that's it. You are
yeah.
ready to get to be a trader. Wow.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure.
Wonderful. Okay. So my next question is, what is the need for being financially educated right from a young age? I ask this question because I know you take sessions for children, where you take a course for them on financial education. And could you tell us more about that? And also, how has been this experience while teaching this to children?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, I would want to stop teaching trading to elders and really devote completely myself to educating children,
Right.
for sure. My All my sessions which I've taken for children were highly successful.
Mm-hmm.
I teach them about basics about assets and liability, what
Yes.
is money, where you have to kind of, and now their parents are calling me and thanking me, because the children used to kind of when they go out, they kind of pester the parents to buy something, when now they're
Yes.
stopping the parents to buy anything which is a liability, right?
Wow.
So yeah, see, that kind of knowledge I never had. You probably, I mean,
Yes.
definitely you would not have,
Me
and none
too.
of us would have.
Right.
And I should not be saying this on a public forum, but this whole education system is designed
Mhm.
so that the balance of the world is maintained. At least 3 or 5% should be rich, and rest 80% and remaining should remain poor or middle class.
Yes.
I mean, the whole education system is designed for that. If you start teaching financial intelligence to everybody,
Mhm.
then there will be a competition for everybody to become rich, right? And
Yes.
and and that's a truth. None of the financial education system in the whole world teaches
Right.
you aspects about financial intelligence,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at certain people who are uneducated or not gone to school, employing MBAs from IIMs,
Right.
right? That itself tells you that what is the most important education one must have. So that has become my endeavor to kind of really teach children right from the young age.
Mhm.
When they become prime and when they start earning, they exactly know where the money has to go. Their money has to
Yes.
go,
Yes.
right? So yeah, that's the only intention. And I think probably I would be spending more time educating children
Right.
and than educating elders. So uh, uh, yeah, yeah,
Yes, I mean, thanks for that. I think very coincidentally, like just last week, I was talking to a professor of mine, And so he was a part of the podcast again, and so we were talking about this aspect where why people choose only the youth generally, they usually go for engineering or medicine. I mean, that has been that's the only two streams which people look into. And we were thinking, why is this? And we got on to the point where it's probably because of our education system. I think one thing which is lacking is, as you clearly mentioned, that it is the financial education. Because if one knows about how to make money right from probably when they're in school or college, so they would choose any career. I mean, it's not like they have to go for a secure education like probably engineering or medicine, the secure careers which they can have. And he rightly mentioned at that point in time that we have to get financial education right from the schools. The children need to be taught about it. And today I'm so excited. And you have been doing it, and I'm just so I think he will be super elated as well when I tell this to him. And yes, I mean so wonderful that you're doing this. I mean, I think when you clearly said that it has to start right from the young age, because that's when we will be equipped to take on whatever that comes later on. So yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm on the right track because I got a assurance
Yes.
from one of the senior professors. So I just want to kind of tell you one more thing. My
Yes, please.
own son, my son is a
Mhm.
homeschooled kid. He
Right.
doesn't go to a school. For the very reason that
Okay.
I believe that education system doesn't really add on to his future,
Yes.
right? And I've been kind of teaching him about some aspects. I'll not make him a trader
Hmm.
until he gets to a certain age,
Hmm.
but definitely he comes and talks about multiple things about share market. And
Wow.
definitely I'm confident that he doesn't have to worry about a career in future because share market and trading is there for him,
Yes.
and
Yes.
he can live his life to the fullest, whatever he aspires to do, right? So that's gives me more assurance that I should be doing this further.
Yes, yes, you should. And,
Yeah.
and we're so grateful that you're doing this. And I'm sure this will give many people, like, I'm sure, like, even for us entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, like, we actually think twice, to leave a secure job and probably to pursue the passion. But I think now, I mean, considering if you're equipped financially as to how we can make money, or, there are other ways to make money, we can obviously, like, with ease we can probably choose any career. So yes.
Again, everybody misses out one important point is the current education system
Hmm.
is kind of probably catering to the current jobs, right, which are there.
Yes.
When they grow up, will that education will help them to kind of find a job for the future career? I mean, nobody can assure.
True.
Today, if an youngster comes and asks me like what should I study, I can't guide him at all.
Yeah.
This the world is changing so fast, but the market will remain. The market
Yes.
will remain forever, and this knowledge what he's going to get is forever. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of
Yes.
trading.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. So I want you to tell us, like, on this session. I mean, you do conduct sessions in the vernacular language, that is
Yeah.
Kannada, and without any fee. And that too for anyone who's interested to learn stock trading. So I want to know why Kannada, and why free, why without
Yeah.
any fee.
Yeah. Yeah. See, again, Canada, because I can feel the difference, right? I mean, there are
Mm-hmm.
empty number of trainers in India
Yes.
who are from North India, basically from Gujarat or Mumbai or Delhi. You find most of the trainers, I'm not even talking about traders,
Mm-hmm.
trainers, they
Mm-hmm.
come from these region, right? I mean, they either teach you in English or in Hindi. Okay, I mean, you find many trainers in these areas,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt that I should start teaching in the mother tongue, wherein people can understand very easily.
Yes.
And that I'm seeing, as a result, many people are like able to understand the concepts well. My own sister and my friends who I taught in English previously, now they've understood completely because I've taught them in Canada.
Right.
So it probably cannot make them understand 100%. And in future, like we have plans to teach in other
Oh wow.
vernacular languages,
Yes.
which can be kind of I'll talk about that in future probably. But
Okay.
yeah, we have it's just to reach the people who cannot understand English and Hindi. That's the only thing.
Wonderful. And I want to ask you, why are you not charging any fee?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, right? I mean, I started off. thinking that I should charge a very affordable price, wherein I was teaching people outside. People would charge a lakh rupee or a 1.5 lakh rupees, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching that for 15,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees.
Okay.
I used to get numbers, I used to get people, in my classes. Then I thought, myself that, I'm overcharging them.
Right.
Then I reduced the fee to 3,000 rupee,
Okay.
right? People were coming in the same numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But because of COVID, I thought it's a social responsibility of mine
Mm-hmm.
to reach out to people and, teach them for free. And the difference what I've created in the last few months
Mm-hmm.
has assured me that I should start doing that for free in future also.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, see, market gives you money. As a trader,
Yes.
market gives you money.
Yes.
But training, my parents were teachers who always kind of, taught, never worked for salary. They always worked for, teaching kids.
Yes.
So I'm their son. So I have this, that, teaching should be a, noble cause, for noble cause is what I feel.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. And I mean, I'm sure I can see that because I also attended the session, and I could see people from various walks of life attending the session, and it was just wonderful. I mean, because you do teach everything. I mean, you equip us with everything that right from
Yeah.
the next day we can just get started off. So I think that's very beautiful and very grateful that you've started this. Thank you.
No problem. Again, another intention is I don't want people to pray, fall prey as well. There are the training institutions, right? I mean, they are like, designed in such a way that, to free money from the students, right? I mean, they would tell you a
Mhm.
free webinar for 3 hours. They'll give you something which you can't do anything. End of the day, they'll ask you to pay a different amount for a 3-day course. Again, you'll not become a trader. Then they'll ask you for a higher level course. That's how. So I mean, eventually, I don't want to do that, right? I mean, I want to equip the students right from the first class itself, right? So that's the whole intention,
Yes.
and I think that's working
Yes,
somehow.
yes, surely it is. Right. So I also want to tell the listeners that you do take sessions in English as well, and also a few advanced courses. So could you also tell, probably to the listeners out there, like if they're already trading but they want to take it
Okay,
to an
sure.
advanced level, so what can they expect from your sessions? Like what? How?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as I said, a stock market is an ocean of knowledge, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, there are advantage of you learning higher level of, things. But for me,
Mm-hmm.
to conduct repeated, free sessions is something which is very consuming on myself,
Yes.
right? For that reason, what we are planning to do now is we are kind of, modularizing everything and, probably, putting on the internet and even the advanced courses for that matter.
Oh,
We are like, those will be pre-recorded ones, but will definitely get to know. I'll be teaching, and nobody else will be teaching. So I'll be teaching
right.
the same way I taught in live classes, and that would definitely take people to the next level. All the things what you want to learn will be kind of, pre-recorded and given on the net for. Thinking of free. Let's see how it goes because there are
Yes.
some cost involved for recording and everything. So I'll probably charge say 100 rupee. Is what I'm really thinking of
Right.
for a 3 days or an advanced course. So
Right.
may not be free as such, but 100 rupees is still
Yes.
affordable for anybody for that matter. So
Yes.
that's the yeah. And we are planning to do that in English. We're going to record that in English, Kannada, and multiple other languages as well.
Wow, wow. I
Yeah,
think that will be of great help for all, I think all the probably who want to become traders and also who are already doing it and they want to get to the next level. I think that will be like really helpful
yeah,
for all of those people.
yeah. Yeah. Probably I'll disrupt the training industry in a way.
Yes.
Let's see.
Right. Okay. So yes, I know, sessions, you've also spoken about, maintaining a particular mindset while you're trading. So could you elaborate on the importance and relevance of a balanced mind and meditation in the art of stock trading?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, trading especially, right? I mean, anything for that matter. Whatever I'm saying applies to everything in life,
Yes.
in any business or anything for that matter.
Yes.
But trading especially, it's all about psychology,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you have a certain, level, I mean, psychological mindset, you can be a successful trader. As I said, with 10,000 rupee, you can, gain 10 lakh rupee in a day, and 10 lakh rupee will be sitting in front of you,
Yes.
but in the pursuit of getting that you probably lose 10,000 rupee, right? I mean, how do you control that mindset? It's all about psychology,
Mm-hmm.
right? With 10,000 rupee you should make sure that you earn only 500 rupee probably, which is still a very good percentage of return.
Mm-hmm.
But can you control that mindset? It's all about that. For me, spirituality and meditation has helped me a great deal to become a successful trader. I know that, I mean, nothing else like that, right? I mean, if if you can do some meditation, or inclined towards spirituality, you can definitely become a successful trader, right?
Mhm.
So it's just about tuning your psychology, and meditation and spirituality will help you in that aspect.
Okay, okay. I think it probably brings in. I mean, with my experience, I'm saying that I also practice yoga and meditation, so just want to bring in the aspect of probably creates a certain balance within you, so that you can probably not overdo things, because you will probably tend to be greedy, like let me get some more today, or probably with how much of it that I'm investing. So probably I think
Yeah.
it just brings in that probably the balance or the clarity that okay, let's do whatever that is needed to be done. Isn't that
Yeah,
right?
balance between greed and fear. I mean, these are the two psychological, forces which will be playing on you as a
Yes.
trader.
Yes.
So greed and fear.
Mhm.
So when you can kind of handle these two,
Right.
so because of fear, many people would lose money, and again because of greed, right? If you could handle these two, you are good.
Perfect. Perfect. So mental well-being is of course needed, not just for the pandemic, but for everything else.
Everything else for sure.
Wonderful. So this gets me to the question of the current situation that we are in, that is the pandemic. So should one get into trading at this point in time, considering the economies of, I mean, across the globe? I mean, I think all the countries' economies are like deeply hit.
Yeah.
So what is your view as a stock trader? Like, is it good for anyone to get into stock trading at this point in time, or should one wait for maybe next year? What are your views?
Again, that brings out to another advantage of being a trader, right? I mean, in stock market you have investors and you have traders.
Mm-hmm.
Investors are those who put in money,
Right.
and they hope that the stock value or the market value increase, right? And that's the only way they can make money.
Mm-hmm.
But as a trader,
Mm-hmm.
you can make money when the market is going up, you can make money when the market is going down.
Right.
So you can make money anywhere, anyhow, any day. That's the beauty of stock market. So
Yes.
you can get in anytime, any age, with any education. You put any next anything, stock trader it'll suit there for that for sure.
Right.
So
So it's like evergreen thing, like anyone can get into at any point in time, and they
yeah,
can make money whichever way, even if it's going down
absolutely,
or up.
absolutely, that's the beauty.
Wonderful. Okay. All right. So we're moving away a bit from the trading aspect. So I know you are the founder of Green Art NGO. So could you tell us how did that come by and what is it all about?
Okay, sure. So, when, as I said, even when I was in school, I was, doing some planting of, saplings, cleaning plastic. I
Hmm.
had that kind of maturity back then itself. But when we went to the college, me and my friends, we started one service. When we are going on our bikes,
Yes.
we would voluntarily go and ask people that we will drop you somewhere, on our route, in bus stop,
Okay.
right? So that's something, that service we started. We used to drop people, on our way. So it did not kind of cost us anything, but we
Yes.
help people, right? That's when it started. And then slowly we continued, and we wanted to educate people on environment subjects. So we used to go to schools, we used to kind of go to cab drivers, cab drivers and all, they can educate their passengers not to kind of throw plastic out of their
Right.
window. So bus drivers, we educated them. And we used to go and clean many forests, did gap sampling. We did a lot of work in wildlife,
Mm-hmm.
and educating people on pollution, environment, and yeah, many aspects to it. So basically, it was a concern which, probably my circle of friends, similar thinking people, we all got together and started this NGO. And today it's around 256 member NGO, and it's completely self-funded.
Wow.
Whenever we get time, we do things. That kind of an organization.
Okay. And anyone can come and join and volunteer in the NGO?
Uh, you're most welcome. We'll ask you for some
Okay.
funds, like say 100 rupee or 500 rupees sometime,
All
once in a
right.
year or so. And that's it, to fund our programs.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what it is. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, great. All right. And especially during this time, well-being is of utmost importance for all of us, especially now. So, what is your workout routine like, and what do you indulge in apart from trading, consulting, teaching, and also the NGO work? So, what do you indulge in apart from all of these?
So yeah, I travel a lot. I mean, if you want to become a trader, right, you should have a routine for sure.
Yes.
Once in a quarter, I take 3 days break
Mhm.
and I go away from the monotony. When I say monotony, I leave my family, I leave everybody and go to. Everybody must do this. Huh? I mean,
Yes.
once in a quarter for
Yes.
3 days, they should go out, stay alone somewhere
Mhm.
and come back. That will really give you a perspective, like about yourself.
Right.
That's one thing which I do religiously. Other thing which I do is, apart from traveling,
Mhm.
morning I get up early and I do my, daily routine of my pujas,
Mhm.
and which also involves, certain bit of pranayama and meditation.
Right.
And then I do a 1.5 hours of, workouts and other things.
Mhm.
Then it's a time to kind of, trading, right? I mean, at around 9 o'clock, the market opens. I'm into trading
Yes.
till 3:30. I'm busy,
Mhm.
and after 3:30 I spend some time with my children, as my kids are homeschooled. I spend a lot of time with them,
Right.
basically educating them. And yeah, whenever I have time, I travel. That's the only thing which I do. I've traveled almost every nook and corner of our country for sure,
Oh,
and
wow.
some parts of the world. Yeah.
That's wonderful. But I think this pandemic must have, I think you must have missed traveling outside, isn't it?
Big time. That's the biggest thing which has put on me. So, yeah, traveling is something which I'm missing for sure.
Yes, I think for all the travelers out there, I also do travel a lot, and yes, I think I'm just itching to get out, but you're just waiting for the vaccine to come out, and yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
Great. All right. So yes, we come to the last section. I call it the pruner spotlight section. So I'm going to run you through a few questions, and you could answer to me in a word or two, or a couple of sentences. So it's left up to you.
sure,
Okay, so let's get started.
sure.
Okay, all right. So, what is your ikigai? So, ikigai is nothing but the reason for your being. So, what is the one thing that you do no matter what is happening around in the world on any day?
Spend time with my family.
Okay.
Is that an answer?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Any person who inspires you, probably in the entrepreneurial space, anyone?
For me, being an entrepreneur, it's about creating value. That's the biggest thing which is missing in today's entrepreneurs.
Yes.
For me, he's not an entrepreneur, but
Okay.
so Abdul Kalam is my
Oh wow.
inspiration for the great guy. He's
Yes.
such an inspiration, and the humble guy. He's the values created in the society has inspired me a lot.
Yes, wonderful. Any inspiring or motivating book?
Um, yeah, I follow Sadhguru a lot,
Okay.
and all of his books are motivational for me.
Wonderful. Okay. So the next question is interesting. So, hypothetically, if you turn out to be the richest person in the world tomorrow, what would you like to do? Or would you continue to do what you're already doing?
I would not for sure become the richest guy in the world because
You know it well.
I know for sure, because my vision of being an entrepreneur is very, very different.
Okay.
It's not to kind of, amass wealth. It's about creating value in the society. Probably I'll not aspire to become a richest man in the world.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry about that. It's a different answer, but that's how it is.
No problem. All right. Okay. What is your secret of being productive in the multitude of the things that you're doing? So, how do you remain productive with everything that you're doing?
If you do the things which you absolutely love,
Hmm.
you'll be productive at everything.
Wow.
So just remove things which you don't like to do and do things which you like to do. That's the only thing which can make you productive.
Super. Well said. Yeah. Okay. What is your definition of success?
uh, how many people you have, in how many people's lives you have created a difference
Yeah.
is my success meter.
Making a difference to.
Difference in somebody's
Wow.
life is my
Wow.
success meter.
Amazing. Okay, so coming to the last question. So, what is the one takeaway or any key learnings that you want to give to uh, any pruners out there, like those who want to start an entrepreneurial journey or who are already on the journey but they want to scale and grow their business? So, what would you like to say to them?
uh, the focus should not be profit.
Mm-hmm.
The focus should be value. If you can kind of turn around like that, you
Yes.
probably would be the most successful entrepreneur ever.
All right. So it's all about providing value to the end user.
Yeah, yeah, profit is a is a side effect, is a byproduct, I can say, but
Right.
today's entrepreneurs are all about making profit.
Yes.
That's where, see,
Yes.
I come from an environmental, conscious person, right? That's where I see all these entrepreneurial initiatives, how much, bad it has created to the society,
Right.
or even to the kind of society which we live in, right?
Yes.
So if your focus is, about value, then things would be very, very different in reality.
Yes. Perfect. I think wonderfully said. So Ram, how can one reach out to you?
You could kind of, WhatsApp us on our WhatsApp number 8088006007,
Hmm.
or log into our website Srimantha SRIMANTHA.in,
Okay.
and you'll have our email ID as well there, so you can reach out to us like that.
Perfect. So I shall surely leave these links in the episode description. So once again, thank you so much, Ram, for being out here and sharing with us the secret of making money, and also spreading the awareness on the art of stock trading, and also, if one can choose as a career as well. And it has surely been an honor and a pleasure to have you on my show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shweta, for giving me this opportunity. This is a great initiative. As I said, what you're doing is really
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Please continue.
Thank you so much.